Hello there, everybody. Welcome to the next part of my Total War Warhammer to Clan Angrund campaign. In this last episode, we just started our war with the Greenskins and we're slowly but surely driving our knife into their guts. Hopefully, they shall be killed soon enough. We are going for more of a short campaign of victory. Basically, what that means is that I plan on. Let's see. That means I plan on basically killing the Greenskins, taking the Carrick 8 Peaks, and once the Greenskins are dead, we will be doing some nice consolidation of basically just nations. You know, taking over the world, so one step at a time. As it stands right now, the Greenskins are a pretty large faction. So it's quite likely that it'll take a little while before I'm able to actually wipe them out. I'm hoping what I want to do is I'll have the campaign done. I probably won't have I hopefully will have the campaign done by the time I move. And I also want to start when it comes out, I want to actually start a Rome 2 remastered campaign because it's been a long time since I've done that. Since I've played Rome 1, and I want to play the Rome 1 remastered and upload it for you guys to enjoy. I might upload it on Tuesdays, same day as these ones come out, to kind of like replace it when this one finishes, because I think in my view, this one's probably going to be the one that finishes first out of my current campaigns, because I suspect the Byzantine Empire want to go for quite a while. The DEI Samaria campaign probably going on for quite a while. The Samaria campaign is actually taking a lot longer than I thought it would, mostly due to the fact that just the fact that taking out Armenia has taken so long. I've been having to take so many of their armies. It's just like, struggle, kind of a situation. Even though nobody really watches the series, I think it's because of my bad start. Like with the bad first episode, so nobody gives the second episode a try. But it's, I still have pride. I still want to see it to the end. Finish the campaign at least in the short victory. The manlings of Sigma are completing to us once again. They have witnessed our devastating flame weapons and beg that we share the secrets to this technology as we once did with black powder. Give them fire.
What's orders? The Urks will pay.
What I'm basically doing right now is I'm trying to make the Greenskins more open to being attacked by me when I'm ready, and I almost am ready. I'm going to actually walk. Oh, they took Carrick and Gazar. How nice of you. Because with them taking that one, that means I can have it. Because I was not going to have it before because the Empire had it. But now it can be mine. This is actually perfect. They unintentionally helped me. There. That way I can assault the garrison and he can be a little bit... Oh, he got wounded instead. Ah, you failed me, buckaroo. Alright, let's get this army on the move and ready to attack the Black Crag. Once we take the Black Crag, let's see. I can't afford another army yet, which is kind of unfortunate. And we have multiple rebellions going on right now, which I imagine is going to be a bit of a problem soon enough, because this a big rebel army, and I don't have an army really all that close to deal with it. It's a very big problem. I'm assuming this desolation. I actually think actually, never mind. I think the desolation of Darkmoor. When I looked, I think I didn't find any Skaven there, so I believe I should be able to take it for myself. And I think I'll take this army and move it north instead. I was originally planning to move it south You know, to just, you know, squeeze in the greenskins like this and this way. But I think it's going to be a bit more important that I deal with the rebellion to the north. That way I do not have to deal with brand new factions spawning up there. You know what I mean? That'd be a big annoyance. So we're just going to have to deal with that first and foremost. I'm checking real fast just to see if there's anything I want. So I'll do resolute. The ancestral. I'm just gonna start getting the ancestral grudge because it looks like I might be ending the campaign once I kill the greenskins. So might as well make sure we're as effective against them as possible.
Sits a clan and hold. Ah, that is agreement.
Let's do some exploration here just to see what. Oh, okay. So, throughout the world, the old ones have fast. Blah 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 blah. To access the old ones forever, solve the puzzle. A die has 6 faces. May the fates keep them rolling high. So basically, I need to find what this question mark one is. So I see a triangle. So let's say I see this thing here. I see this there. It's triangle. So the triangle point is facing this way. It goes to C, so pointing this way, so that means the side opposite this is that, which means this one. Alright, my brain stopped working for a moment. So, if this is facing this way, it's this. I was right. I realized I was overthinking it, and then I got it right. That's basically just what just happened there.
What? The rooms are ready. No way.
Research available. I don't mind that. Income is pretty nice. The iron price. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay. So is any way I can get money? Doesn't look like it. At least not immediately. Maybe later. Yeah, character. This area is going to have a rebellion next turn. The one problem is the fact that I do not know exactly where the rebellion's going to appear. I'm going to take the Black Crag. Unfortunately, it's way over there where I'm not nearby, so I can't really do anything about it. But a bit annoying, but I have to live with it. Hopefully, I'll be able to take the Black Crag with any issue. One of the Zarek Zill's being attacked. That's interesting. I'm not surprised. I did not know where the Greenskin army in the west was. I knew they must have had one somewhere, but I wasn't sure exactly where. But I'm glad that they showed it. So now I know. And now the rebels are attacking. I might actually win this battle if with good strategy. I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a try. See how it goes. If they take it, then I'll just have to kill the rebellion and turn after. You know what kind of be hilarious if they if the Bloody Spears kind of spawns in after they take the settlement from me, or assuming they take the settlement from me, and then the next turn they immediately confederate with the Greenskins. Basically making it so like the Greenskins kind of almost spawned in a new army. Oh, what the heck's going on? Why is my thing glitching out super hard? Give me, what the heck's going on? My game's fine. But for some reason my, my OBS is glitching out. Did I fix it? No, it's not fixed. What's going on? Game capture. Maybe if I change this with the way it captures the game. Let's see if I fixed it. No, it didn't work. What the heck's going on? This is weird. Mighty unusual. I don't know what's going on. Wait, I just fixed... Wait. No? What's going on? I don't know what's going on here. What happens if I turn this off? Did that fix it? No, it didn't fix it at all. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on right now. Here, let me try fighting out the battle and see if that changed. Maybe if I press start battle, something will happen. So, we'll fix it. I do not, but I don't know what's going on right now, and it's really starting to annoy me. Miners at the ready.
For the ancestor gods.
Yeah, so starting the battle didn't do anything. Let me see. How do I hide UI again? Alt, it's like Option K. The UI can't glitch if there is no UI. Actually, I think it's trying to prove me wrong right now. Yeah, it's trying its best. I don't know what's going on right now. I've been doing this the whole recording. It looks like it's actually stopped for the large part. I don't know what was going on. It suddenly started and suddenly stopped. I'm just gonna have to ignore it at this point. Okay, so now they're doing a pretty decent job firing, though this one actually has a bad angle. I guess my miners aren't all that strong, are not strong as I think they are against goblins who are higher tier, or who are more experienced. Fortunately, and unfortunately, they had more. I couldn't, draw the aggro of all of them. They wisely sent one unit of goblins out and around and caught one of my quarrelers now in melee range. They're gonna win it. I think the goblins are gonna win. I'd be surprised if my quarrelers do, but we'll find out. So I guess it's just a matter of doing as much damage as I can with my quarrelers. Maybe try and make it so my general doesn't get completely bodied using the power of my quarrelers. Yeah, combat even. Yeah, these guys are going to start admitting they're losing. I'm surprised my quarrelers are tired already. I think they... Does firing actually tire out quarrelers? Otherwise, it doesn't really make sense. Yeah, that I'm winning. Like, only one I'm winning is right over here. I think everyone else is being lost because the power of quarrelers is pretty strong. Yeah, this unit of quarrelers got 130 kills by himself, and this one got 51 kills up until it's even though it's not con melee. I honestly love how these units look. They look just so cool. One of the things they did really right with this game was how the units look. even if I don't think it has as much depth as I would like from some of the other Total War games. Dwarfs are doing a really good job of holding, even though they're being completely bodied. This guy, if I can break these goblins, it'll at least make my center hold a little bit longer and will be extremely valuable. Yeah, one was wavering, the other one broke. Good, 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 good. If I can reposition this guy over here, I might be able to save the battle. I don't think I'll be able to save the battle, but I'll be able to hopefully cause some problems for the goblins a bit more. Yep. That miner just broke. I think that's going to be basically the end of the battle at that point. As whatever remains won't be able to like hold against what remains against the goblins now. Now, these guys are getting some nice point blank shots into their backs, but it won't be enough. It'll be a nice thing if these guys are able to use all their ammunition, but they won't be able to. But the thing is, man, I actually beat them in melee combat. These guys should be pretty tired, but everyone else is broken now, so these guys will like do a little bit of damage, but they're gonna die. They also got a buff put on to them, so they're going to be dead in them momentarily. Nah, they're dead. Oh well, I put up a good fight, did some respectable damage with the weak garrison army, but yeah, that's all you could do. It was worth a shot. Stretch. Hopefully that weird UI bug doesn't appear again. I don't know why it happened. Because it didn't appear on my game, it was entirely on like OBS's end. Wasted some time, some precious time. But after this, I won't be able to have time to do any more video recording, so I won't have time to do any video recording. So I'll be like doing some exercises and eating dinner and that kind of thing. Besieged. A lot of areas have been besieged. That is my territory. That's a big army.
You know who I am. Don't you fret, it's done.
Let's advance northward and deal with those rebels and actually... That's a big army. Yeah, they got a wog going on here. Oh my. Apparently I can auto-resolve when I just win this. Probably because it's almost entirely like weak armies. The reinforcements are almost entirely goblins, while the main army is actually somewhat decent. I'm gonna fight the battle just to reduce the amount of like losses I get. So I could probably just easily win this. Even the autos will probably leave me more wounded than I would like. So I'm just gonna have to fight it out to reduce the amount of losses I get. Which should be a whole lot. All my units are very high tier. In terms of like, I should say they're very experienced. My dwarf warriors aren't exactly high tier, and my grudge throwers are also pretty low tier as well, if I'm being honest. But that's semantics. That's entirely semantics. Hey, my army is better than theirs. Let's go with that. Unfortunately for us, this angle is actually really bad for us. So I'm actually going to fall back to this line here. and have to kind of make use of the them coming over the lip in terms of getting value for myself. Otherwise, I'll be putting myself at a severe disadvantage in this fight. And I'd rather not have to deal with that. Get my units sent in place. Have the iron breakers forward there. And this there, then the dwarf warriors there. Longbeards here. Blood and glory. Let's set my Thane here. You'll need to be the one who really holds that flank. I'll put this Thane up more up here. By general, also kind of in the middle. Have both and both be up in the middle. Within range of my iron breakers, preferably. Something like this is probably pretty good. I'll put this guy naturally back here, and I'll have my runesmith on this flank. Put everybody on guard mode too. Alright, now let's speed things up. So they won't be in range until they get to the very top of this almost to the top of the slope. So we'll just speed things along. Lots of trolls. Look at those river trolls. They look kind of like hags almost. Then we got some of the stone trolls, some black orcs. They're all walking, so it's gonna take a little while. Yeah, I'm gonna real fast play. Pretty cool looking guys. Big arachnid spider. Some more black orcs. Some big boar thingy majiggers. Some what looks to be a snotling, which might be a problem considering this flank is super open. And then, of course, the big swarm of orc boys and goblins from behind. My hope is that these guys will be able to stop those guys in their tracks without too much difficulty. What's the, there's a bit of a lip right here. Can I put you up here? There we go. That's a bit better. There's the stone trolls making their presence known. Got hit by a nice barrage of catapults. Took out a few models right off. Oh, never mind. I don't think it killed any models after all. Oh, there's one now. It knocked them down, though. Yeah. They're getting kind of obliterated. I guess because they have poor leadership. I remember in the campaign that I did right after the Goblin the Paunch thing, before like they nerfed the Goblin Archers, my army was basically the leader, a few Stone Trolls, and a crap ton of Goblin Archers, and I just dominated everything. It was beautiful. And Goblin Wolf Chariots, stalling Pump Wagons. This is where the big cavalry rush is going to be, and I have to keep an eye out for it. There's some river trolls here that's going to get the same treatment as those stone trolls in terms of being beaten up by catapults before they even reach my lines. Over here, I'm a little less worried about this flank because it should be able to handle itself pretty effectively, especially with this guy's abilities that I can pop as well. And those guys are already getting obliterated by a bunch of arrow fire. Meanwhile, over here, the pump wagons haven't appeared, and all the orc boys are getting kind of obliterated. I suddenly just cooldown all of his abilities. Oh, they cast Don't Even Try It. Just to put all of his abilities on cooldown, essentially. Perfect. And yep, look at that. Right before they got into melee range with my air drakes, they got blasted away. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to happen.
Axes out, lads! I speak my lord's will. Aye!
So far, so good. My generals is taking out a decent amount of them. He is getting pretty pressured right now by these black orcs. But ranged help assistance should be enough to kind of help him out against this armor-piercing damage that they're bringing forth. This guy's doing just fine, so I'm going to start moving him away from there and into, like, maybe the center line here. These are iron breakers, aren't they? Oh, no, these are my dwarf warriors. That's probably one reason why they're struggling so hard. These are the longbeards. Where's my iron breakers? I thought they were in the center. Oh, they're over here. My general's getting pretty abused. So I'm gonna try and replace my general with one of my with my Thane here if I can. Unfortunately, my iron breakers are actually on the flank that's the least being pressured, which is unfortunate, but happens. I'm gonna fall Belagar back. He's way too pressured. These guys are basically dead. I'm going to move my iron breakers back in more of a stretched out line to be ready to take a big enemy charge. Oops, I slightly messed that up. Yes. No, my client canceled, so there's no more work.
Okay, I go to work now.
Have fun. I'm just gonna let this keep going for a little bit longer. That way they can, that way I can just do as much damage as possible. I don't know if these guys are instantly killed, so that's one reason I'm being a little bit more careful about making sure that they take as much damage as possible. So if there's a chance that I still have to deal with an army, I want to make sure that I'm in position to still deal with an army. You know, by making it so they take as much damage as possible before I have to fight them again. Come on, you can do it. One unit, one black orc. Oh, he got away. The hero got away barely with one more hit, and that guy would have been dead. And that Wong though did some damage. I only lost 167 troops, but it does mean that I lost my warrior dwarf is probably just deleted. My strongest unit didn't really get used at all. I thought I'd put him in the middle. But I might put him in the slightly off to the side instead, which is unfortunate. Means I still have my strongest unit super healthy, but it does mean I'm down a unit as well, so it's kind of a bit of a trade-off. With this army dead, maybe I would push south, take that settlement. We'll kind of see. Execute the captives. Oh, yeah, so there still is an army there. Most of it's WOG now.
True king.
Yeah, I can't reach them though, so unfortunate. So I can get honored by Grimnir, but I don't want the. I do want that eventually, but I don't want it now. Quarrelers, Thunderers, Rangers, Iron Drakes, Starcopters units. Morgum's favored for bolt throwers, crush throwers, cannons, organ guns. I don't want that at all. So I want Dowie firepower for my Quarrelers to be stronger. And then we'll probably go next with Morgum's favorite and stand your ground. We'll go for Grimnir later because there's no, you know, there's not a like a strong center of Iron Breakers. There's no real point to having the Grimnir buff right now. There we go. My engineer, I didn't use him as much as well as I probably should have, with like you making sure to spam his abilities off cooldown. I'm actually surprised that Dwarf Warriors weren't just deleted. That means I can get them back and replenish them and all that lovely jazz, which is good enough for me.
Summon me if you dare.
I'm honestly, did I get a check? Yes, I already built the walls on. So Zarek Zill's as strong as I can make a settlement. So I don't think I'll lose it to this, even with the whack. I think I'll be able to hold pretty effectively. But we will see. But I'm going to start going on the offensive here in the west with this army controlled by Alaric. I'm going to just keep this guy assaulting the garrison here to keep it as weak as I can for when I eventually attack it. It also gives him some valuable experience. How big is Zufbar's garrison? Not very big, which is one reason why I would love it if I can get Umgrim there. Which is why I was hoping I can get Umgrim there in time, but unfortunately I did not get there in time. So I think I'll just have to fall him back to the King's Way for now, and have to just hope Zufbar is able to hold on its own. So yeah, that's something I figured out. We'll search the ruins in the Steppe Gore, in the Seep Gore. Does look like something's going on there. Maybe there's escape in that section after all. But look at that, almost maxed out experience on these grudge throwers. Beautiful. And this one's at rank 9 already. I would love to be able to. I really need to start moving northwards with this army temporarily. Just with that little bit of a rebellion up there, and then I can march south without any difficulties, I think. What time is it? Okay. And turn. There's a lot of different campaigns that I want to do, but it's not all going to be, my feature's not all going to be total, oh, I get to fight these guys and kill them. I don't want to lose any of my units, so I'm just going to fight this manually again and kill them. But on Mondays, I'm streaming on Twitch, but I plan to leave Twitch soon because Twitch's TOS is just getting way too outrageous. And like their actions are getting just way too reprehensible. But it's like I'm streaming like Doom Eternal, and I've started to re-upload the VODs onto my YouTube channel, and I'm also uploading it to everywhere else, like Rumble, Rumble and BitChute. It's going to also be getting them too. Basically, if it's exported to YouTube, which is then sent to BitChute, which is then sent, and then manually re-uploaded to Rumble. Essentially, is how the order works. I have to keep Bellegar in the back. The Thanes, I'll just have to keep in an aggressive position. Use the Iron Breakers in the center, stretch them out more than I would normally do, in an attempt to try and make them more of a target than my weaker infantry troops are. This Longbeard unit's just gonna have to kind of deal with it, I think. I'll provide him with like the strongest of my range units to try and support and keep him safe. Maybe I'll even move this up a little bit next to it, slightly. That might just have to be the best I can do to make sure he's not dead at the end of the battle. More Rangers. For Grimnir. Yeah, I can't send my general. I guess I can send the runesmith like a little bit over here, just to hold this, just to make sure this flank's not totally open to being attacked. Thoron Oaken Shield Skin. Oh, the High King. I'm actually a little bit concerned about this. I'm actually going to reposition these guys slightly to try and make sure I can fire into that flank. I'm going to move this guy more over here. Honestly, I'm going to swap out where both of these guys are, because that's where the brunt of the damage is going to come from. Those hags are going to get pretty obliterated by my catapults, my crutch throwers. Can't even say it right. Though that arachnid spider is going to be pretty much dead in the water too, which is good for me. His thing is an AoE around him, right? I'm going to try and move him up, but trying to keep him out of harm's way if possible. I'm going to keep these guys, move these guys a little bit more in. Yeah, these guys are getting shot at least. I'm gonna give these guys some expert charge defense when I get the opportunity. I need to reposition these guys over here though. There's a lot of damage on this flank that needs to be dealt with. What? They just... Why would that doesn't make much logical sense to me with this... What the... That's weird. Beards out already. Oh, whoa, they're being attacked. I didn't even notice this. I'm not paying as much attention as I really should to this battle. I'm losing some quarrelers when I don't need to. If I was paying attention, this would not be as dead as it is now. Fortunately, it's probably lowered their tier from like a 9 to probably 8 into when they will be fully replenished. It'll probably be down a tier, as I say. Oh, Did they kill one of my... Actually, one of my Thanes is dead now, apparently. Oh, well. He comes back. I mean, technically he's already dead, but I mean, like, dead as in, like, I can't use him for a few turns. Kind of dead. They're firing a lot of arrows into him. I'm gonna fall him back. Just moving to dodge. Basically, I'm trying to have him dodge the arrows as best he can to avoid him dying. The more arrows he can take, the less damage the rest of my troops will have. Keep moving, Buckaroo. You can do it. A lot of the arrows are in fact missing, so whatever I'm doing, it's at least working somewhat well in terms of him avoiding damage. Bird boys are shattered. The volleys from our projectiles are going super well. Alright, my Iron Breakers started taking some pot shots. There we go. We have victory! Alright, let's speed this up so as to deal as much damage as possible. As they flee using my illustrious grudge throwers. Here we go, doing some nice pot shots. Almost finished off that orc arrow boy. Oh, there we go. He's dead now. Decisive victory. But yeah, this guy went down. He did his job though. Kept the dwarf warriors alive without any issues. I lost a few of the grudge throwers and correlers that I didn't need to lose. I just didn't notice that the boar boys had changed where they were going. I was too focused on other things. Yeah, the Coilers did a good job blasting away. The Rangers did a good job. The Iron Drakes did a good job. And especially with the Grudge Throwers, they took the top. They lost a lot of troops, and it feels like the amount of kills I have doesn't fully add up, but I could be wrong. I wonder where... Oh. Their Exil is now being defended. Even though this says I have a low chance victory, I'm pretty sure I can win this. Pretty sure I can win this. I just need to be smart about it. Smart. So I'm not going to hold the walls. I think that's just a bad situation waiting to happen if I do. I'm going to hold around the capture point, though. If the capture points were claims, this might be a little bit harder than I was thinking. I was hoping it would be something slightly differently positioned. Yep. I was hoping it would be back here. That would be such a nicer place to defend from. But we will have to make do with what we got. So both sides are ramps though, which is really convenient for us. War of Vengeance. So we're going to have his one unit of miners at the bottom, because miners with blasting charges are pretty good. Where do I think the main brunt of the push is going to be? It's hard to tell. They're in a position where they can go in either direction, so... I put the place with...
It is a reckoning.
let's put it further down.
Let the vengeance begin.
And have one, and then be the center, be another thing of Longbeards here.
Miners.
So I guess we'll have Bugman's Rangers here. For the High King! Hopefully he's not too high. Alright. Kazuki, Kazukai, Kazuni! Now the hardest part about this entire battle is going to be where their general's going to be. I'm gonna have to try and get my Thane in position to try and counter as best I can.
The clans unite. We demand blood.
We demand blood and glory.
Find your targets.
Alright, that should be good, I think. Killerks indeed.
Miners.
I'll have this unit. I'm gonna have like this unit kind of be in position to help out. Same with the Thane, which whatever flank seems to need the most assistance. It's probably gonna be this flank, but we'll see how it goes. So we just got to wait for the enemy reinforcements to come on in. Honestly, they look pretty dang cool. On the bright side, well, these ones would have been nice small choke points. At the very least, these are only 2 choke points instead of like bigger ones. I'm not gonna lie, this looks definitely more like an orc settlement than a dwarf settlement. This is one of my problems with this one, is I've had this one for quite a while. You'd think this would be very much dwarf. This is very much orc. Which is weird. Well, that here is kind of dwarf, I guess. But it's kind of like it's kind of like as if it's already been conquered, and I don't like that. I have not been conquered yet. Oh yeah, those nice. These Gokas are already getting kind of abused by my quarrelers. That's nice. Blast! Fire your ballasting charges! I was hoping those big ones would be a little bit more affected by them, so I can get another volley off a little bit easier. But if they're delayed, that's at least good too. One unit of Biggin's dead over there. Fire, miners, fire! These guys are did not get as good of a shot as I was hoping they would. Which, at least there's getting a nice amount of like quarreler bolts into them. Is there any difference between their missile strength? Yeah, the same missile strength, but less ammunition on this side. Yeah, this side's doing better. Definitely. They got like all the miners were able to fire their blasting charges. On this other side, they're not getting quite as good as that. Try to get these guys to destroy those boar chariots. Thankfully, these guys are you know good. I think are anti-large, right? Or at the very least, they're anti-armor. Yeah, they're just anti-armor, which means that they should be able to pierce through these guys pretty effectively and kill them. There we go, we got him. These miners won't be able to take the brunt of the damage much longer. Where do I see their general? I don't see their generals quite yet. What? These snotling pump wagons are doing crazy amount of work for them, actually. Yeah, the amount of damage they're doing is actually ridiculous. I don't even know how they did this much damage to my quarrelers. Yeah, I think this flank is going to be able to hold on its own as best as any of my flanks can. But this other flank is definitely one that needs as much assistance as it can get. And most of that had to do with that pump wagon. Jesus. My warriors flee from battle. But that I expected them to flee. If all of my range units are able to fire off all of their arrows in this battle, I will have considered them of doing their job. Wait, are all of them go switch to melee mode just because a couple of them have been in melee? That'd be annoying. My Thane's actually getting pretty abused right now. Jeez, this guy is getting abused by this Night Goblin War Boss. Must be pretty strong. Yeah, there's just too much wogging going on right now. While these guys are holding, there's just a crazy amount of goblins and orcs just throwing their bodies on the Dowie. Man, this flank has fallen. Those snotling pump wagons just too strong. Dang, I was hoping these walls would be enough to allow me to hold, but fortunately the Wog is just too dang strong for the minor settlement to hold like that. Yeah, they lost a little more than my garrison did. My quarrelers did a great job. Our rangers did a pretty good job too. Like, one of them for some reason did a lot better than the rest. I'm not sure why. But unfortunately, it was all for naught. As the victory went to the enemy. And those pump wagons are, I think those are the pump wagons. 47 kills and disrupted our lines pretty effectively. Yeah, this side didn't the other side, like, it was even on the other side where I was like not doing too badly. It was still a situation where it looked like I was just going to lose in the long term. Just a matter of when. I didn't really touch the Wog very much, which is actually kind of bad. The major reason why it's kind of bad is that the Wog doesn't regenerate, but his army does. Unfortunate that we lost Zerakzil to that situation, but it is unavoidable. Diggity damn. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna quick save it. And then I'm just gonna auto resolve it because I don't have time to fight this battle out. If I lose it, we'll resume the next part in this battle because I'm 99% sure I can win this battle, if nothing else. But we'll see in a moment. But first, hopefully you guys have a good day, night, evening, wherever you may be. And I'll see you guys hopefully next time. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to share with other people, feel free to share this series and my other series with your friends and family if you think they might enjoy them. If your friends and family enjoy them too, just play with them, right? Yeah, I'm going to have to fight this battle out at the beginning of the next part. So take care, everybody. Bye-bye.